Hello out there. Welcome to the Heavy Montes podcast and my comedy show. Now in America, today's topic, the Republican Party and what they're made of. They're made up of white supremacists. Now in America, Heavy Montes has told you there are no white people. There are no people the color of my hat. So that's a fraud. So if there's no white people, there can be no white supremacy. But these so-called white people, this is what they're saying. And I feel that we need to arrest them and put them in jail, okay? Because they're crazy as hell. You saying? I'm saying that they are openly saying they're terrorists. Now, this is what they're saying. We are white people, and we discovered America, okay? This is our country because we are the people of God. You understand? We hate the Jewish people. They stink. You understand? But we worship Jesus, who's the Jew. Huh? You see what I'm saying? We worship this Jew. And this Jew makes up our claims, huh? For white supremacy. This Jewish person who we hate. You understand? You know, and we use the cross, we put on white hats. We're KKK. You understand? White supremacy ain't nothing but a goddamn criminal organization. Tell you what, turn around. Black people. We say we are supremacists. We're the premise. We are superior to everybody. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? We go around saying that shit, and marching with guns and shit, and walking through the town saying that we hate white people. Huh? But it's allowed. Huh? It's allowed by the government, okay, of America, especially this one, that's made up of white supremacists, okay, who say they discovered America, they're entitled to the land, they are so-called Christians, but they hate their God. Huh? They say Jesus is God. That's what they say. Huh? You see what I'm saying? You can't get to God unless you go through a Jew. You're a stupid motherfucker. You understand? So you think Jesus is a Jew. You understand? He's making the decision on whether or not he's going to let you into heaven when you said that you're a white supremacist and you hate Jesus, the people. You see what I'm saying? At the same time, pulling a fast one on them, employing Benjamin Netanyahu to destroy the entire Jewish race. Huh? Because right now, the Jews could say, we have the right to exist. You see what I'm saying? And nobody can stop that. And we all agree that they have the right to exist. But we also agree that Palestine have the right to exist, and the people who said they had the right to exist are killing and denying the Palestinians. And all they have to do is say, hey, look, let's get together. You know what I'm saying? We'll give you 2 states, and we'll help you, and we'll live in harmony. They're saying the only good Palestinian is a dead Palestinian, and the so-called, white people, and Donald Trump, let it happen. Slaughtering, genocide, killing all of God's people. You see what I'm trying to tell you? And ruining and destroying the reputation of the Jewish people. The Jewish people, y'all made a mistake killing all those damn people. I don't know how you're going to defend yourself. I don't know how you're going to say, I have the right to exist when somebody else don't have the right to exist. That's some fucked up shit. But anyway, none of my business. Okay? Now in America, I want to continue. Okay? I'm getting a call here. I'm going to answer it. That dang old spam person ruining my show. Probably was one of them maggots calling in, trying to stop Heavy from talking. But I'm going to talk. So anyway, America. So anyway, that's the white people, the so-called white people. Ku Klux Klan, people who saying that they discovered America. That's a freaking lie. You know what I'm saying? They discovered shit. You know what I'm saying? And they're not white. Domestic terrorists allowed to exist. No other race. If Muslims did it, if Muslims was to go out and do that and march in the streets like that, you know what I'm saying? The Black Lives Matter people try to march, because once somebody got shot and they killed 2 Jewish people. Not a peep. Huh? The white supremacists celebrated that shit. Donald Trump said they're good on both sides because they're his people. So, okay, so let's talk about the white supremacists. Now we're talking about the Christian nationalists. No, they're Christians. Christian nationalists who are racist. You see what I'm saying, America? You know what I'm saying? They're part of the white nationalists, you know, saying this should be a white, godless country. Man, do you think it's good for white people to slaughter all those damn Indians and you claiming that shit? You know what I'm saying? You ignorant motherfucker. Let me tell you something, white people, so-called white people. None of you people had anything to do with this shit. But most likely your ancestors either. And you're claiming white supremacy and you're claiming this shit. You know what I'm trying to tell you? That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have anything to do with it, you flying a Confederate flag on your fucking truck. You understand? Hanging up pictures of Robert E. Lee in the freaking damn Capitol. A man and a flag that represents the slaughter and rape and murder of millions of fucking people, and you call yourself a fucking Christian? I don't think you're gonna make it, man. I don't think you're gonna make it. I asked my uncle one time. My uncle was a devout Christian. I said, Uncle, will everybody make it to heaven? Because there's a gospel out there called the Gospel of Thomas. And Heavy Monte reads all kind of books on religion, you know, and all forms of religion. You know, I read the Quran, I read everything, you know. I ain't taking no chances. I'm getting everything. You see what I'm saying? So I read all the books. You see what I'm trying to tell you? And my uncle said, no, son, not everybody's going to make it into heaven, you know. I wonder how many of you white supremacists and Christian nationalists think y'all going to make it in based on what the fuck y'all doing. You see, America, we don't want to follow those people. We want to just, you know, say, look, they got problems. You know what I'm saying? Something wrong with them, you know. Think they're white, you know what I'm saying? Think they had something to do with the Civil War. Think that they're fighting and somebody's fighting them and trying to take something away from them. And they marched, and I had it news, two of my favorite women. They're beautiful, gorgeous women. You know, me and my wife watch them every day. They have a video up. I'm going to put that video up talking about white supremacy. Now, but America. Now, I want to go on a little bit more. Let me tell you how bad these baggots are and how ignorant they are. You know, so they're marching. You know, these white supremacists talking about, you know, how the white man got to take over and everybody messing with them and people are hurting them. Man, they got an internal battle. They shooting one another. You see what I'm saying? You know, remember I said they shoot each other and blame it on us? You know, a white man, you know, I'm pretty sure it was a white kid, you know, that shot a white man, Charlie Kirk. You see what I'm saying? That's white on white crime. White maggot on white crime. His parents are, you know, were, you know, they say big time maggot supporter, big time Trump supporters. Bought their son's guns. The mother had I think, you know, I used to be an M60 machine gunner in the military. And shit, she had something that looked like an M60 machine gun. They're pretty heavy. She wipe them out, you know, set up on the top of a hill. You can do some damage. Let me know. See, you can set a tank on fire with one of those things. But I've done it. So I'm telling you. But I'm saying to you, America, you know, that's the weapon that she has, showing her son to kill us. And we don't know what the hell is going on. Democrats, we were saying, damn, we were scared. You know what I'm saying? Especially black people. When Trump first got elected, you know, first thing I went and did was bought me a brand new 9mm pistol. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the first thing I did when Trump got elected. You know what I'm saying? Because I was afraid. You know what I'm saying? That somebody's going to break into my house and do something to me. Because Trump was talking some shit about black people. You know what I'm saying? And these racists out there. And we know that Trump was a freaking racist. So, you know, the racists, we thought they were coming for us the first time. But they said, no, we're not going to mess with those black people. Because those black people, you know, we're going to have to make up some real hard shit. People love these black people. Especially women. White women. Excuse me, America. But, so what they're saying is, so we're going to pick somebody else. That's Hispanic. You know, they tried the American Indian too. The American Indians, they don't play that shit. Stay off our land. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so the Republican Party is made up of these, you know, these white nationalists, all these people. Now you can understand America. You know, all you Trump supporters, they dumb you down and took away your history. and replaced it with their history, telling you somehow that you have to hate black people, telling you somehow you have to hate Hispanic people, telling you somehow you have to hate gay people, telling you somehow you have to hate America because America is made up of all these wonderful, beautiful, freaking people. Huh? You understand? You know? I'm going to tell you a story, and I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to tell you this story anyway. I had a gay cousin, and me and this guy was so close. I introduced him to his first girlfriend, and we were like brothers. You understand? And he came to visit me in Alaska. In Alaska, you know, we enjoy the outdoors. We ride bicycles and run and jump and hunt. We do all kind of shit. Alaska, we got to be in shape. He wasn't in shape, but he came down and he gave me all of his classical music tapes, CDs. He bought a bunch of CDs there when he was there, and he gave them to me. And I was going, man, I don't want your classical CDs, man. Take them. I got all the stuff. I got a big classical CD collection. I'm a DJ. And we were driving down the street, and my car, boom, some of the cables blow, some shit. And I had it towed into a garage. And my cousin says, hey, I'm going to pay for this. And I went, oh, no, hell no, you're not going to pay for that. I'm not going to take any money from you. I pay for my own shit. You know what I'm saying? So I paid, $600-$700, I paid it. And he was acting weird. My daughter and everybody, we loved this guy. And come to find out that we found out later on that he was gay. I didn't know. I had did a big DJ gig, for the local Visitors Bureau. All the big businesses, local business in Alaska. My business in Alaska, the DJ, and I DJ'd all of the parties. And they give me and my wife a limousine to go anywhere we want in the city, pick up my equipment, do anything for me, And they were like, they were like beautiful women. I'm saying 9 or 10 of them. You know what I'm saying? Hanging around the booth. You know what I'm trying to say? And all my friends are women. And so my wife, no, I don't mess around. So, but I like women. I rather hear women than men. So my best friends are women. And so anyway, what happened is that I told my name. I said, let's go get a limousine, man. And grab a few of these women. Let's go party downtown Anchorage. Anchorage is a party town. You know what I'm saying? Heavy nose. You go to Anchorage, Alaska, you have a damn good time. And he said, oh, no, no, no. He didn't answer the girl, so I don't know. He didn't want to do with the girl, so I went home, watched TV and shit, had a limo. So anyway, when I found he was gay, it really hurt me. You know why? Because he thought in my mind that I would love him less. You understand? I would love him less than who and what he was, a great human being. And I'm proud to have had him as a cousin because I know what love is. You know what I'm saying? Because I love that guy. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason why that might be a gay mother that has a story. A mother that has a gay son or people who have gay people they love. They're not bad people. Transgender people, they're not bad people. They're people doing what they want to do. And this maggot Republican Party with their white supremacists and all this other stuff is going around making that part of the religion to separate a great people. You see, America? So, this is Heavy Monte. I can't talk too long because the podcast get long. It's not good. American people have things to do. But I want to say to you, when I made those jokes earlier, and I'll make a part 2 to this video, the maggot Republican Party are made up of some losers, some scoundrels, some of the lowest form of humanity. And when I was talking earlier about the people who said they were white and they were white supremacists, now you understand how ridiculous the Republican Party is. America is for all of us, and we as an Americans, all of us, regardless of what color we are, which is insane, insanity, to judge a person by their color, insanity to judge a person by their sexual orientation. If they're a man, a woman, straight, gay, transgender, whoever they are all Americans. And Harry will stand up with them And please subscribe for them. Please subscribe to the Heavy Monte YouTube channel so we can get the word out that love is the answer. Huh? And we should not hate anyone, not even these maggots. Heavy talks to them, but they say your friend tried to lead you from the storm. And we're trying to lead these maggots back to democracy. This is Heavy Monte for the Heavy Monte Podcast and the Heavy Monte Comedy Show. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And part 2 of this video will be coming up soon.